This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world. I'm Bruce. And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, we go. All right, here we go.
Happy New Year.
Woo! I don't have a noisemaker.
We're here. Can you believe it?
We made it.
Yeah. So the holidays are over.
Oh, thank you.
I know. It's a new year. It feels like, it's kind of a good time to reset, to try and restart or kind of push forward. You need that sometimes.
Reflect.
Yeah, reflect.
Reflect and, I don't know what the other words are.
I think it's kind of obviously it's a tradition to have the New Year's resolutions.
Oh, yeah.
I try not to resolve too much. I tend to kind of, I don't know. It's hard. You can't be like, well, I'm going to do this. Some people can. It's just not, I can't.
Yeah. Have you done
I've certainly tried.
Done New Year's resolutions and...
I've certainly tried, but I can't think of any that have actually
stuck. Yeah.
It's like the arbitrary, okay, it's a new day, so let's do this thing. I get it. And I think reflection is important, but as far as like making a real life change or trying to do something, just having it be a specific day doesn't really work for me. It has to be there has to be more reason for that.
Yes.
To make that change. So that is,
what were some of the resolutions you made?
Years and years ago, I'm sure that there was, I feel like there was, okay, we're going to start exercising every day. No.
Every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
From nothing to every day.
From nothing to every day,
Okay,
yeah. And when you're young and impressionable and you're seeing that on, commercials and in magazines.
The top one, I think, is like, I'm going to eat healthy and go to the gym.
Right.
That's where all the gyms make all their money is in January when everyone signs up.
I will say there was one year, a couple years ago, where I decided that I would try to say yes to everything within reason because it's easy for me to be a hermit and just kind of stay home and not do things.
That's kind of a fun one.
And that I would say that was the only one.
Whenever someone invites you to something or to do something, you're like, yeah, let's do that.
Or an opportunity comes up, I would be more apt to be like, well, I'll get back to you on that and see if we can do it. Yeah. And I decided that one year I just wanted to say yes and take these opportunities, and I did that, and it was a great experience. Yeah. So yes, there was one time that I actually did have a resolution, and it worked out.
Follow through, and it was good. And
it was great. It was really good. It worked out well. It pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it turned into a lot of bigger opportunities.
Well, that's awesome. I think that's kind of the goal overall.
Right. By the end of the year, I was like,
just tired.
I was done. Yeah. I was like, next year is the year of no.
The year of no.
It was.
Year of nope.
I've tried to find a happy medium. I feel like maybe I've leaned a little more toward no again. So maybe this year it's time to kind of, I don't know. You have to find a happy medium.
Well, I think what I've been learning from doing some resolutions is finding they have to be more habit based.
Right.
Not like, I want to lose weight or, this arbitrary thing.
Right.
It's like, I'm going to go to the gym twice a week on Tuesdays, Tuesday and Thursday or something like that. Make it a little bit more specific and like making it a habit of like, because one of mine is I want to be more organized because, my schedule is crazy. I'm working a full-time job at DXL. I have bearskin stuff I'm doing. We're doing podcasts and like trying to have a life. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm forgetting things and I don't. And I'm like, trying to get a calendar of things. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to download this Todoist app. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's this app that Bjorn and I can kind of have a collaborative calendar with. And we put these things in the calendar and to-do lists and check them off when they're done. And so I think getting in the habit of using this app more will help me not forget things that I need to get done or help me be a little bit more on top of deadlines and stuff like that. So something like that is something I'm really excited about.
It feels like a realistic goal.
I'm not like I need to
totally change my
every
life
deadline and be be a season ahead. Like that's where I would like to get to.
Yeah.
But first I need to be more organized.
You got to take those steps. Yeah.
To get to the place where I want to be.
And they do say that taking smaller steps makes a big difference.
Yeah.
As opposed to saying, I'm doing this thing, I'm going to totally radically change my life.
No, you have to get the habit of doing the thing or not doing the thing, whatever it is, like not smoking or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Because last year I had one of my big resolutions was read a book a month.
Oh, nice.
And I was doing great for most of the year. And then just started working more, and I just it just completely fell away.
I had a resolution last year to go to one concert a month, and I failed miserably.
Oh yeah,
when I shouldn't have. I live in a city where there's always something great going on,
cool little things,
live music, and that's one that I would like to. You know what? I'm gonna try it again this year.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think Bjorn's starting a new show.
Really?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you could go to that once a month.
I like that. I like just kind of getting out more and making sure that I'm taking that time away from work and away from, all of that.
Yeah. I have a couple different things like that. Like I want to do a painting a month.
Yeah.
Or, do something that's outside of work as well. Like, I have this Todoist app thing that helped me get that organized. But that'll also help me be more organized to have time to do fun things.
It is so important to do things outside of your work life. You need to have that balance, and you need to not just be focused on work, not just be focused on your obligations. You need to enjoy life, find a thing, and it doesn't have to be something that is a huge part of your life, but just make it a regular thing.
Yeah, something that's doesn't include your family, doesn't include your partner or whoever, just for a thing for you that you do however often, but once in a while.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you on that. Do you have any kind of, other than the tradition of the resolution, do you have any New Year's traditions? Like, is there anything? I know it's not a thing that a lot of people do in this day and age.
Not really.
I do. I do. I did, and I'm going to try and bring it back.
Okay.
So my grandma was always really big into New Year's Day having us eat specific foods that were supposed to mean specific things. Like let me see here.
Spaghetti, one of them?
No. So pickled herring is one of them. I know. Black-eyed peas, collard greens. It says cornbread, and I don't remember cornbread being the thing. Are
they symbolic?
They're supposed to be like lucky foods that help you with specific things. So like black-eyed peas, they say peas for pennies, greens for dollars, and cornbread for gold. Like I said, I don't remember the cornbread because we're not walking around with gold bars.
Yeah.
But I definitely remember
like prosperity and
some things like that. I know that fish, it was a specific thing. Europeans eat pickled herring. That we're doing that whole thing.
What does that do?
I think it's another thing for money. They were very focused on get your money.
Well, prosperity is more that I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So there were always these things, and it was always fun for me because as a little chubby kid, I'm always down with eating interesting foods. So it was kind of a cool thing that we would do at the beginning of every year. We'd go in, and my grandma would have all this stuff laid out on a table, and we kind of go through it and enjoy it.
And
so
you're from Ohio?
I'm from Missouri.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, from St. Louis.
So I was like, pickled herring. That doesn't seem.
It was an old school thing when she was doing it. Okay. Like I didn't know anybody else. I don't know anybody else who.
That's a normal thing from Minnesota. I was like, pickled herring isn't a.
Yeah. So that's like
I don't like it, but
no, it's like that's like her That was always her thing. Was every New Year's Day, this is what we're doing, and watching something on TV that I don't like, probably football.
Oh yeah,
whatever. So
I don't really have. Yeah, I can't think of any sort of New Year's traditions.
Yeah.
Other than watching the ball drop.
Yeah.
But my mom or parent would be sleeping before that would happen.
Right.
So I would be staying up late to watch that.
Yeah. I think as far as kind of resolutions, aside from the things we've talked about, I don't know that there, I want to be a little smarter with work. I want to have a better balance. I'm taking steps to try and do that. Mm-hmm. I think it's hard for anybody,
Yeah, doing changes in your life. But I think, like we were saying about small increments of like, I'm going to do this once a month or do this thing once a day or, like doing some meditation, just doing little bits of it to add it to your schedule or you make a habit out of doing it and then it doesn't even seem like a thing.
Yeah. One of the resolutions that I want to start right now is I would like to have a glass of beer.
Oh, a beer a day, or
let's say at least a beer every podcast. I feel like that's a resolution that I can continue.
Okay, I think What are we doing
this time around?
We have some bad Santa laying around.
Yeah, we are. We're kicking off the new year with the remnants of the holiday.
Some bad Santa.
Yep. So,
or it's not like. That's the name of it. It's not like some old, gross Santa beer.
Right.
By Pelican Brewing. Ooh, hear that? That is the physics tap thing. Wow, that is some dark beer. That's good on that. I don't like a lot of that foamy stuff on the top. We're using the physics. What is it called? What is the name of the... I don't know.
Well, that would be too easy.
It's
the physics tap beer thing.
Yeah. So you put your bottle, your can, or your 64-ounce growler inside this looking coffee maker thing, and it makes it feel like a fresh tapped beer. Or is it physics? That's the name of the thing. I thought physics was like
the machine
brand.
Is actually called the physics. You know what? They didn't put the actual name on the box here, but
sorry.
It is it basically turns any beer into a beer on tap. So you
fresh from the tap, flavor and taste.
Yeah, so you put your beer in there, you put the tube in. It will enhance the flavor and taste by making it more like what you get when you go to a bar and they pull it from the draft. So it's a draft beer machine, basically.
Yeah.
You don't have to get all kinds of crazy things to make it work. It needs 4 AA batteries.
Yeah, you don't need like the big old CO2 canister.
Right. It's a portable machine that you can take with you wherever you go that you feel like you need to have a beer. It only works with beer, so that's a good thing. Nobody else can mess with it for anything else. It will keep your beer cold. You can put ice in there with it. You actually put the container that your beer is in, so the bottle or the can, into the machine.
Yeah.
And then you hit the tap on the top, and it fills your beer. And then you can push the tap backwards, and if you want a frothy head on your beer, you got it. So it is a pretty cool little device.
It's a fun addition to your bar or your campsite.
Right. So nice to have
a tailgating party.
Right. If you want to be, upscale and fancy.
Yeah. Impress all your brew buds.
All right. So have you tried this?
I didn't try it. I was reading a little bit about it on our Untapped app.
It smells clean.
The mysterious dark elixir is filled with complex malt flavors and aromas with toasted malt and roast character. What? Blended seamlessly to the alluring herbal hop aroma that comes from copious amounts of, is that Fugal hops? I'm always bad with names of hops.
Yes, Fugal hops.
Bad Santa,
Fuggle.
Bad Santa doesn't care if you've been naughty or nice. He wants this beer on your list.
Oh, so it smells really good. It smells fresh. It smells fresh. It smells really fresh.
What is the
fresh is like
ABV on this thing?
This is 7.5, my friend. I'm going to drink this and sleep for the day. It is, it's pretty clean.
A black IPA.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can get down with this. It's, man, it stays with you.
Yeah, that's a little too IPA-y for me.
It's 65 IBU, so there's definitely some hop happening there.
Oh, yeah. The Fugle, what did you call it?
Fuggle. Damn. Yeah. I hope it's Fugle and that I'm calling it Fuggle because it's
Fuggle.
Right. So I'm saying Fuggle. It's Fuggle hops. Yeah. So
you say Fuggle, I say Fugle.
There we go. You do it the fancy way, the way that maybe that's how the French would say it.
Yes.
Fugle. Yep. I like it.
Dark hoppy.
It's clean. It finishes clean. It is hoppy.
Malty. Roasty? I don't have roasty.
Yeah, I don't really get that. I definitely get this herbal hop aroma. I mean, you get the smell, but you definitely get that taste where it's like, it's something. I like it. I like this. It does kind of remind me. It's like drinking a Christmas tree. I like that.
That's gin.
Oh.
That's what gin tastes like to me. Like Christmas trees.
Yeah. Gin to me tastes like drinking paper. It's like, I don't know.
Paper?
Yeah, it's weird.
So
like what I imagine, ingesting a lot of paper would be like.
What should our beer resolution be?
To try, well, I think there are a couple here. I think we should try to drink more beers that are not just in our area.
Yes. I wonder. We need to find one of those beer subscriptions or something.
Okay. Oh yeah, beer subscription would be good. I think we should make a resolution to do a heavy conversation episode at a microbrewery this year.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
Just one. Let's start.
Just with one, yeah.
At least one.
We'll start with one. We kind of go from there.
How it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like the idea of doing that and being able to do it from somewhere and, celebrate some of these beers that we enjoy. I think it is fun.
I'll have to go back through my Untapped list and see which ones I really like and where they're from.
And I think another heavy conversation resolution should be to maybe we should try and do a live event.
Oh yeah, Where should we do our live event, everyone?
That's a good question.
Is there a big guy event we should travel to and do a live show?
Yeah.
Do you have an event we want us to come to?
Do you need us to come to your house and do the podcast from your living room?
Do you have a tap room in your house that we can come visit?
Right. If you're making your own beer, let us know. We're happy to come by.
Well, maybe we should make a heavy conversation beer.
I know.
Brew our own beer.
I do have a brewing.
That's a lot of things. Okay, wait.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You need to write these down.
I need to write them down and put them in my app.
Yep.
So a live event. Mm-hmm. Everyone needs to hold us accountable for these things. Yep. Live event.
An episode at a microbrew.
Oh, yeah. Episode. But that's sort of, episode at a brewery.
Yeah.
And then brew our own beer.
Yes.
And we can talk about that. That'll be fun. I've done that in the past.
Nice.
I've brewed a couple batches. They were very heady. They had way too much. I let them the second brewing part or the fermentation thing. I think we did it too long and they tasted fine. It was just like way too much head on the beer. So I've done it as well and it's been okay. It's been way too light. It's the lightest lager that anyone has ever logged. Beer, not bear.
Yeah. So, I think I like those.
So what did you say yours were? Your resolutions were? Or did you?
I think mine are really to work smarter.
Oh, yeah. Smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of get my shit together.
Just in general.
Okay. Yeah, general. General.
That's a very vague.
I know. And that's good because it can be vague enough that I will feel like I got something done by the end of this year.
All right.
So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think on this bad Santa note,
Yeah.
We have some resolutions. Let us know what your resolutions are for the new year for 2019.
And if you've got a living room full of beer and you want us to podcast from that, no, not really. I don't think we want to. Do we want to podcast from somebody's house? I don't know.
Maybe that would be fun.
You know what? We want to know where we should go, where you recommend we try beers from, all of that. We're always good for recommendations. And Happy New Year to you.
Yes.
And Happy New Year to you, Jody.
Ching ching.
There you go. Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.